guys, welcome back to Critical Threat this week. We have a bunch of new stuff out. This is going to be exciting.
Yeah, more number ones from Marvel.
Ooh.
All new, all different ones. So we're just going to jump right into it because we really do have a lot to cover today. First up, we have The Vision. And this is pretty easy to follow. I've never read Vision comics before, but based on the movies, it was easy to jump into, easy to understand where we were going. Basically, The Vision has decided to create a family for himself, and this covers exactly how that family is working out. So he's got this robot family, and he's living in Virginia, Arlington, Virginia, being all...
They actually give a location, okay.
Yep, he's in Arlington because he's the special advisor to the president, or the liaison to the president for S.H.I.E.L.D., or for the Avengers. And this is a philosophy book. Which is not something you would... It shouldn't take you by surprise that a book about a synthetic AI human-type creature is constantly thinking about what it means to be human. So, definitely some kind of heavy reading, but I'm interested. We'll see, and there's a twist at the end that should set up some interesting scenarios in the future.
Cool. Alright, I'll do Nova next. This one's been really cool for, I think, especially like a younger audience. It is rated teen, but like I didn't see anything in there that my 12-year-old like brother couldn't read, so it should be fine. But yeah, this one's really cool. It actually sets up Nova and his dad. It's like Sam and his dad. They're patrolling the galaxy now, so we actually have two people in Nova Corps. That's really cool because you get to see how they pull like double duty. There's also a twist at the end, so it's really cool. The whole thing is this big setup for this like giant drop at the end, and that was really neat. The authors have also teased that we're going to see him join Avengers by like issue 3 or so. So now we have Sam, Kamala, and there's some other younger hero that's been joining. Oh shoot.
We'll figure it out later.
But we're gonna be.
If you know, let us know in the comments.
Right, definitely, yeah. But yeah, so I'm looking at like kind of seeing a younger generation of Avengers coming in. That'll be really cool for kids.
All right, next up we have Hercules #1.
Man bun.
And he's rocking a man bun in this one. There he is, putting it up. I'm pretty sure they took the Instagram account of Brock Hudson and just like went wild with it because this seems like who he is. Anyway, Hercules is, as everybody knows, he's the old ancient, before humanity, Greek god, and he is trying to adapt to the modern world. So that's what this book is about. There's a lot of punching, there's a lot of muscly muscles, it's all about testosterone. There's a lot of testosterone in this book. So, yeah, that's your thing, pick it up.
Alright, next up is Extraordinary X-Men. Oh my god, you guys. Ramos's artwork. Oh my god.
Well,
yeah, this is just, it's the perfect blend of cartoony and yet like still like there's a ton of detail, a ton of action. They also they show you a sketch with Magic, with Storm, with Nightcrawler. They show you everybody in this book, which is great because it's a team book and a lot of times you don't get like time devoted to every member. So they did a great job. I'm looking forward to more.
Nice.
Yeah.
Speaking of teams, next up we have Drax #1. Again, I only know Drax from movies, but now I've read the comic. It definitely has the Guardians of the Galaxy humor, which I wasn't really expecting for a character like Drax, but he's definitely got it. And it's basically about Drax was part of a team, and then suddenly everybody is going off and doing their own thing, and he decides, you know what? It's time for me to do my own thing. I'm gonna go kill Thanos. So, yeah.
Goals.
So this is Drax going off to kill Thanos.
All right.
And we'll see if he's successful later in the series. I'm not sure. He's already gotten into more trouble than I think he anticipated for sure. But
nice.
Funny thing. So pick that up.
Howard the Duck is also out. This one's silly as usual. I mean, it is Howard the Duck. I really like
Starsky, yeah.
Oh, totally. For those of you who are Gravity Falls fans, this guy with his like big green shirt with the exclamation point on it, totally Seuss. Totally Seuss with his little like question mark shirt. So that was a great shout out. They also get like a little bit political in that scene, so that was like new for Howard. Just like, I think it's not something that a lot of people expect.
Huh.
And then the selling point of all of this, you guys, is Gwenpool. Hello world, hello! She's amazing. She's just witty, she's funny, she's sprightly, she's great. She's Marvel's Harley Quinn. So definitely pick up a copy of Howard #1. Even if you're not super interested in Howard, Gwenpool. So get that.
Could you pick up Howard the Duck if you've never read anything about his character before?
Totally. Yeah, they give you a really good idea of just like who he is. Kind of, you know, cynical non-duck who's kind of done with the world. And if she has to like address those issues of whether or not he wants to go home or whether he should like stay and care about what's going on in our world. And then there's the question of whether or not the universe is actually going to give him a choice. So that's been really fun.
Speaking of characters who have a sense of humor, Deadpool #1 starts today.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
This was odd. This is not what I'm used to with Deadpool. I started out in cable Deadpool, so a lot of humor, a lot of action, a lot of fighting, and in this one, Deadpool has now taken over the position of funder in place of Tony Stark.
Yeah.
So he's funding the Avengers with all his merchandise, and they totally play off the breaking the fourth wall. And Deadpool's so popular. He's got stores full of Deadpool merch, and everybody wants to be Deadpool. There are Deadpool impersonators. They're all over the place. So he's a celebrity in this book, and it's weird seeing him in that role. It's really weird.
Yeah, it's weird also seeing him like take that up so like readily.
Yeah.
And
so,
he kind of
sure.
and he sort of like has a conscience suddenly when he's like funding the Avengers, so that's been kind of funky.
Yeah, there was one key moment that I was just like, whoa, that's heartstrings.
We do see Duggan did promise us we were going to see character development with Deadpool, so I'm super excited.
Yeah.
Also, just the fact that there's a team of new Deadpools now, like that pretty much just explains every Deadpool cosplayer. So there you go.
They call themselves Heroes for Hire, and I think it was Luke Cage who was pretty mad at seeing that advertised.
Yeah.
So more meta stuff. But Deadpool fans, pick it up because it's the new #1. It's the story is going to keep going. It's even got a picture of the previous #1 on the cover. So, yeah, it's going to be funny stuff.
Yeah, they did a great job.
So that's it for the Marvel all new, all different #1s coming out this week. We have 3 indie titles that we wanted to highlight too. So we're just let's start with James Bond.
Cool.
Wow.
Yeah, so James Bond has a new one out. This is a new chapter in their mythology. It's actually written by Warren Ellis. So this is going to be really cool, you guys. It's super like gritty looking already.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a fun time with this. If you like the movies, you'll totally dig this issue.
In my opinion, Warren Ellis is kind of made for this book because if you're familiar with his writing, he's a fan of making really long, drawn-out narratives, and he'll drop clues in every single issue, and it's a task to try to piece it all together, but once you do, oh my gosh, it's going to be great. The payoff's going to be big. So
Yes.
Warren Ellis writing a spy mystery is kind of perfect.
Perfect. That's awesome.
My indie pick this week was Unfollow. This is from Vertigo, so that's DC's indie imprint, creator-owned imprint. And this is essentially about a social media mogul who, the inventor of what is called Chirper, but I'm assuming it's supposed to be Twitter. The inventor of Chirper is dying, and in his last dying wish is to run a social experiment by giving away his entire fortune, like $17 billion, giving it all away to 140 characters, 140 randomly picked people throughout the world. And he's going to find out what people do and how it changes them. And it's the question of, are people inherently good or bad or what's going on? But it was pretty well written. They introduced us to a few of the characters who were going to be inheriting the money, and we're already starting to see how they're handling it. But it's a kind of brutal book. There's some murder involved. Of course, you know, are people good or bad? There's going to be
money's involved.
Yeah, a lot of money is involved. They each get like $120 million because of the way it all divides down. So
Nice.
Indie book, pick it up. Yeah.
Nice. All right, and I think the finale for this week.
We both wanted to talk about it.
Oh my gosh.
Monstress. This is the brand new book from Image by Marjorie Liu with art by Sana Takeda, and they're the team who did X-23. A really good run on X-23. Sana Takeda's art is just visually breathtaking. It's dark and moody, and the lines are just, they're gorgeous. I don't know if you can see some of this very clearly, but it's the cover and more, and it's just, if nothing else, pick up this book because it's just so beautiful. But outside of that, Monstress is about a girl. This girl has a monster essentially inside of her. They're not human, but she's very powerful, and there are this organization. People are trying to enslave them, and they're doing sick experiments on. This is not a book for kids.
Yeah, no. There's mutilation involved.
Yeah, there's some scientific, for science kind of moments in there. And you're finding out who this girl is and why she has a vendetta against these people. I mean, aside from them mutilating her people.
Right.
But
yeah, she's a badass. She's like a Tarantino level, just power woman. I mean, these bad guys are coming after her, shall we say. They are not going easy. I mean, the authors aren't going easy on her, just because like she's a girl action hero or whatever. So she gets her crap handed to her, shall we say. And she keeps going. She like still takes down an entire fortress full of people, and she's great. So. And
I don't know if we've met the monster yet. I didn't recognize him if we did. But, so that's something to look forward to in times to come. And this is all set in sort of an alternate Asia sort of, it's ambiguous, but it's kind of steampunk, kind of, a lot of Japanese influences for the creators. But it's,
I think a lot of the description says like 1900s-esque era, so that's sort of what they're going for. But it's very loose, a lot of mythology happening and a lot of like other Asian influence.
This is a dark fantasy sort of alternate reality type of universe. But we are so on board for this. Ladies kicking butt, cool monsters, and
it's meta level ladies kicking butt too. I mean, this is an all-female team, so go Image.
So this is a supersized issue. It's got I don't know, like 60 pages, like triple sized, for only $5. So please pick it up. If you pick up nothing else, get this. Okay. And we'll have more we already have an order in for more copies because we know you guys are going to take it up. So
yeah, definitely. We already have like 11 subscribers and it hasn't even come out yet. So woo. All right. I think that's it for this week.
Yeah. So those were the new releases. Come on down to Critical Threat Comics. We're on the corner of University and Forest in Tempe. Woo. And we're open at 9 a.m. today.
Yeah. See you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye.